It felt like discovering a side entrance everyone ignores, even though it's been wide open for years. The second I crossed it, the process became way simpler. I made a move most people wouldn't normally take. Want to know more? Stick around, I'll explain everything step by step. When I first jumped into the crypto space, I had zero clue what I was doing. If a project was hyped up or the chart was flying, I'd throw money in, thinking I was playing it smart. At the start, it looked like I couldn't lose. My portfolio kept growing every day. Then one brutal crash came and all those wins vanished overnight. Staring at a balance of zero, it hit me. I had no plan at all. That's when I came across this insanely straightforward approach I almost ignored. I stuck to it, stayed disciplined, and cut out the noise. That move flipped my whole journey. I went from steady losses to locking in 5 times returns again and again. Let me walk you through exactly how it worked. But before I get into the actual steps, there's something important I need to flag. And it's the exact thing most beginners never notice until it blindsides them. I can still picture my first run on Pump Fun, feeling unstoppable. It felt almost too simple, like the platform was designed for anyone to breeze through without thinking twice. That's what drew me in at first. But as I went further, little obstacles started creeping up. If you don't expect them, they'll slow you down fast. So let's clear those up right away, so the rest of the process feels effortless. Fire up Photon and switch the filter over to Pump Fun. Instantly, you'll notice a non-stop flood of fresh tokens rolling in. It's like being right at the edge of a racetrack, cars zooming by so fast you can barely keep track. The stream updates in real time, and missing even a few seconds could cost you. Timing is everything here. Hesitate for a moment and that golden shot might vanish. Most of these tokens flash across the screen and are gone before you can even react. Now change the filter to Raydium CPMM and watch how the feed shifts. Instead of random launches, you'll start to see tokens that clearly had more effort put into them. The liquidity is sturdier, volume flows smoother, and the market caps don't bounce around as wildly. This is where most of the serious traders hang out. Keep watching, because I'll break down how to zero in on the tokens that really deserve attention. Back when I first thought about launching a token, I was convinced it was a job only hardcore coders could handle. I pictured myself buried in smart contract code, trying to learn every moving part of the blockchain. The plan looked like a nightmare. Either grind through hours of confusing lessons or pay someone too much to do it for me. Then I came across MoonTool, and it flipped my perspective. It's made for anyone who doesn't want to touch code at all. Type in your token info, set your preferences, and it takes care of the heavy lifting automatically. If you can make a simple online order, you can do this. I've since created multiple tokens on my own, and something I once thought was intimidating turned out to be super straightforward. Before anything else, you'll need a logo that makes people stop and notice. I personally use Canva. It's user-friendly, and instantly gives a professional vibe to whatever you design. Earlier today, I ended up watching the Breaking Bad movie El Camino. I loved the way they closed Jesse's story, and it inspired me to dedicate my coin to it. Honestly, it feels like it deserves a place in this space. After uploading your logo, make sure it's sized precisely at 128 by 128 pixels. If it looks stretched, blurry, or off-center, tweak it until it's sharp and balanced. It might feel like a small detail, but this step makes your token look way more polished. Once it looks clean, save it, and let's move forward. Alright, jump into MoonTool and link your Phantom wallet. It should connect almost instantly. On the setup screen, type in Jesse Coin as the token name and Jesse as the symbol. You can skip the description unless you have something specific in mind. After that, upload your logo from Canva, make sure it looks sharp and centered, then press Next to move on. No need to touch decimals or total supply. MoonTool handles all that for you automatically. The technical stuff runs behind the scenes. When it's ready, just click Next to move forward. You may notice a small 0.1 Solana fee during verification, but it's not mandatory. I'll personally use them to show you what the process is like, but the decision is yours. Once you've chosen, click Next to continue. Connecting social media profiles with a strong following can boost your token's visibility a little. Don't want to do it? Totally okay, just skip it. Raydium manages all the other details. Hit skip and move forward. Skipping the 0.3 Solana charge might seem like a small saving, but it could make your token look untrustworthy to others. Locking freeze, mint, and update settings signals that you mean business. Leaving them unlocked might scare buyers off. Lock everything, then press Launch My Token Now to continue. Take a quick pause. This is a crucial step. When your wallet prompts for confirmation, Just accept it. Those security messages are routine and not a threat. Once you approve, your token becomes live and visible on the blockchain. Next up, we'll secure your liquidity. Open Raydium and create a fresh liquidity pool from the ground up. The interface is intuitive and straightforward, with all the main controls right in front of you, so setting this up is easy. Head over to the user token area and paste the contract address exactly as shown. Even a minor slip-up can completely break your setup. Enter Jesse for the symbol and Jesse Coin as the full name, so everything is correctly labeled and professional. Remember to click Add User Token, because skipping this step might cause Raydium not to recognize your token, and it could vanish from the listings entirely. Once that's done, proceed to add liquidity. Allocating around 900 million of the 1 billion total tokens with Solana will keep trades flowing smoothly, minimize price swings, and give your token a strong, stable start that sets it up for early success. Now it's time to figure out how much Solana you want to pair with your tokens. I usually hit the max button to grab my full wallet balance, but I always leave about 0.2 Solana behind to cover network fees. It's a small move that prevents annoying problems later. Once that's set, choose your trading fee percentage. I usually stick to 2%, which keeps trades affordable for buyers while still allowing the pool to generate steady returns. Of course, feel free to tweak it if your own strategy calls for something different. We've made it to the last step. Click the Initialize Liquidity Pool button to seal the setup. Your Phantom wallet will pop up for approval, so confirm it immediately. After a short pause, everything finalizes, and your token is now active on Solana and ready for trading. Open Photon again and double-check that the Raydium filter is active. This keeps the feed updated with the newest tokens hitting the market. Scroll carefully through the list to spot your token. If it shows up, that's your sign that the launch was successful and trading is officially live. To track your token, open DEXScreener and load up any chart. It doesn't matter which one. Once it's loaded, swap out the contract address in the URL with your token's address, press enter, and the chart will update to show your token's data. If you want a quicker way, just type your token's name in the search bar and select it. When you open the chart, you'll see the price jumping all over the place. This isn't just random chaos. It's fast-moving trading bots making tiny buys and sells to grab small, quick profits. They enter and exit in seconds, usually before most traders even have time to react. This early activity often attracts fresh buyers who don't want to miss out. Jumping in right at launch gives you an edge. The first investors help keep the price steady before a rush of later buyers causes big swings. Once you lock in your position, your holdings usually grow slowly but steadily, building profits with minimal effort. If you're cautious, no stress. You can pull your liquidity out anytime. For now, I'm just watching how it plays out. Alright guys, it's been about 25 minutes since we kicked things off, and we're already seeing liquidity starting to climb. That's a really positive sign early on. I'll keep you updated as things develop. We're about 35 minutes in, and everything's moving smoothly with liquidity still on the rise, which gives us confidence. The chart keeps showing steady growth, and that's really what we care about. What matters now is staying focused and watching it closely. Right now, liquidity is showing some solid improvement, which is exactly what we want to see. The chart is slowly climbing upward and beginning to create a clearer pattern. On top of that, payments are still flowing into the token and shifting around, which keeps the market active. I'll keep an eye on things closely and let you know whenever something new develops. We've officially been at it for a full hour now, and so far, the liquidity has kept on climbing without slowing down, which is exactly what we were hoping for. The flow of payments and transactions in our coin hasn't stopped coming through, and the chart is showing steady movement upward. It's really just a waiting game at this point, letting things play out until the right moment arrives to make a move. In just the past few minutes, a good chunk of payments has landed. Liquidity already looks healthy, and the chart is dialed in, steady and sharp. With everything looking this solid, let's switch gears and go over the exact process for withdrawing liquidity to your wallet. I'll guide you through each click, keeping it straightforward and free of complications. First, connect your wallet to Raydium. Make absolutely sure it's the same one you used for your token launch, so all your assets stay properly synced. The connection usually happens almost instantly. Then, go to the Portfolio tab and switch the view to Standard, which makes it much easier to locate all your holdings, including any liquidity tokens you've added. If they don't appear immediately, don't worry. Sometimes Raydium takes 10 to 15 minutes to refresh and display everything correctly. Once you can see your tokens, click the minus icon next to your liquidity pool. Set it to 100%. Confirm Solana as your payout. Press Remove Liquidity and approve the phantom confirmation. The process generally goes through smoothly, and you should see everything reflected in your wallet shortly after. Once the withdrawal process completes, a confirmation pop-up will appear, letting you know it went through successfully. After that, open your wallet and double-check your balance to make sure all the funds have returned correctly and match what you expected. Things are coming together nicely. Your profits are stable, and the process feels smooth. Keeping at it consistently is what counts. As the market heats up, now's a perfect time to dive back in. And don't forget, you can follow these steps again whenever it suits you. The process is flowing nicely, the setup's easy to follow, and staying consistent might lead to good gains. For transparency, I have no formal partnership with MoonTool, Photon, or Raydium. These tips come straight from my own results. You'll find the essential links in the description and pinned comment.